Alright, Nathan, you want me to clean a walleye on live feed? I got my charger plugged in, so I have power. And here's I use cardboard. I can get all the cardboard I want at work, so that's what I use. And I got my trusty old fillet knife that I've been using for 10 years. And it's gotten a lot smaller over the years. It used to be about, I'd say about that long. And this used to be about that wide. So, I love this knife. Let's get a walleye. A bowl of water. We're going to clean a walleye. I'm going to show you guys the cheeks too. Let's see if I can be able to move my cord. What's up, Nickman? Look at this, dude. You want to catch some fish, buddy? But I got one right here. And what you want to do is what I always do is I make them cuts along the back of the line, right here on both sides first. And I always make my cuts towards the head. Before I take the fillet. What's up, Brody? Apprentice? What's going on, guys? Brandon. Yeah, this is the best eating. I got a limit in 15 minutes tonight with the hog jaw and the mollywop. So I made my cuts along the back fin just like that. I always make that first cut on both sides before I do anything. When we eating? Tomorrow, buddy. So I got my fillet. See that line there in the middle? I take that out. And what I do is I make a cut on each side of that line right there. You guys are gonna like this. I make that cut, and I got that cut there, and there's that middle line. Watch this. Peels right off like a zipper. And that line's gone. That's a mud line. You grab this side, it peels right off. Look at that. And sometimes you get a little extra hanging on there. That's where that bone line is too. Then you got two pieces of meat out of one fillet. And here's your mud line. But right here on the fish, there's a chunk of meat. And I'll take that out real quick. The bigger ones are better because you get a better piece of meat. These are the cheeks. These are like little scallops, man. These things are good. You just peel it right off. You got your nice little scallop chunk of meat. Try it, Brody. You might like it. Make your fish taste better. And I do that to all my bigger species of fish. Walleye, bass, stuff like that. My crappies and bluegills, I don't do that to it. I do cut the red meat out. I'll show you again. There's that mud line. Just make a nice cut there. Just grab a hold of that piece of meat and pull it. And it feels just like a zipper. It's all clean meat. And you grab that mud line and you pull it. And the zipper's right off. And there's your mud line. There's your clean piece of meat. Well, Brandon, try that. I'm going to take this other cheek out. It's usually better to do this with the bigger ones, but I got so many fish here. I'm going to take these little suckers because these things are good. Let's grab our next fish, a good one. Now, once again, see, I always lay it belly away from me, head to the right. I grab my knife and I put it right on the back fin. Hold the fish down. And make that first cut right up the back side. Just like that. And then flip it over. Make that next cut on the other side. And there's your fillet. And there's your tail piece right there. There's your tail. See that tail right there? You take your knife, you cut down to the skin, flatten your knife off, and just run your knife through it. It's good to have a good sharp knife. And then you got your meat. You got a piece of meat. Then, see, there's your tail piece where that line is right there. You just make a cut on each side of that line. Peel that sucker off. Oop. Double layered that one. And then you got your meat. Peel the other side. Take the cheek out of this side. And there's your cheek. I'll have 12 of those when I'm done. Look at that. And that meat's right off of that bone. We will see next week. Okay, Rob. I know that's you, Rob. Walleyes are in like crazy, buddy. You come up next week and we'll do some fishing, man. Here, I'll show you this too. Sometimes you get that occasional fin. It's just like hanging on loose meat there. You just kind of like scrape it off. And then that loose meat's gone. Where you at, Nathan? You wanted to see this. What's up, David? How you doing, man? And you just peel it again. That nice clean meat. There ain't no rib bones. There ain't no spiky center bones. Peel that stuff right off of there. Look at that. Oh, nice clean white walleye. Grab this other cheek. I'll show you my cut. Right there is my cut. Right there. Right here is your cheek, right by the eyeball. And then I just take it and I cut it from right here up and around, just like that. And you just dig down a little bit, make that cut to where you could flip it up, and then you could flip that cheek up. And you just cut down in there so you get to that cheek. All that cheek's off of there. You could totally fold it back and grab that cheek and peel it right off of that skin. I broke that one in half. It's alright though. Hey Dan, if you're on here, man, I know your videos get cut off because you're a trapper and you skin stuff and everything on live feeds. I know YouTube's been messing with you. We'll see if Facebook, how long they leave this live feed up, because I'm cutting a fish. Some jackhole libtard probably gonna report it. Oh, it's cruelty to animals. They frickin' taste good. Look at that. Oh yeah. I do every fish like that. Alright, Rob. I'm gonna hold you to it, man. Fish you're in, buddy. Silver bass are in Marysville. I haven't caught any of those yet. I've been going after these. We haven't seen you guys in a while. We sure do miss you guys. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a little scallion. Look how thick that is, too. I love these things. Underbone. You guys can hear that knife hitting them bones. You know you're hitting all the way down. Alright, by the time I'm done here, I'll have a nice big fat bowl of meat. I'll show you what I got so far. This is my third fish. Okay, here we go. Now, you can't go wrong with this. This is what I fish for. When we were kids, we fished to eat because we didn't have a lot of food. So when we fish for food. So when we get a dinner like that, we're pretty happy. Oh, I can show you what they're eating on. This is what they're eating on. Little tiny baby minnows. Now there's billions of these things down there in the top of water tonight, and they were boiling on them. So I took me a 3-inch finesse hog jaw that soaked a mollywop and was casting out and cruising across the top, and they were nailing it left and right. So, alright, I'm down to one viewer. see I taught a couple of you guys how to zipper a fillet, which will make your fish taste better when you cook it. It won't have that fishy taste to it, that strong fishy taste. And I hope I taught maybe somebody how to fillet fish. You never know. So I'm going to finish these up, and then I'm going to head off to bed because it's late. But good luck to you guys on the water. Rob, if you make it up here, man, we'll go fishing. Later, guys.